You are welcome to part 5 of this titration training, which is focused on preparing for titration. Our objectives are filling and Burette setting, Burette reading, and titration table. This task focuses on setting up the Burette. In the last task, we were able to use the pipettes and collected the base and put in the conical flask, and also added our indicator inside the conical flask. So you have to remember that pipette is used to collect the base now and put in the conical flask. That is the solution with known volume. There are two solutions, remember. So each of these solutions should have concentration and volume. Each of them should have concentration and volume. Let's say C1V1 for the first solution, C2V2 for the second solution. So each of them should have concentration and volume. Now, when we use pipette has a known volume, remember, which is 25 cm cube. So that solution already has its own volume, and the volume is 25 cm cube. So whenever you use pipette to take a solution, you have known the volume, and the volume of that solution you have taken is what? 25 cm cube. So, but when you put solution inside the burette, the volume remains unknown. The concentration might be known. You understand now? But what we're interested in now is no longer concentration, but what? Volume. Pipette and burette talks about volume. Solution you put in the burette, the volume is unknown, while the solution you use pipette on is already known, because pipette has a fixed volume, which is 25 cm cube. So when you now run the titration, you add solution from burette into the conical flask. So whatever we're able to add on the point of neutralization, that is the volume from the burette. That is the volume of that solution in the burette. So when you are running for titration gives you the volume of the solution in the burette, which you will later use to calculate for the unknown concentration. If it's not clear now, later it will be clearer. Let me repeat what I said. There are two volumes we are working on. The one for the pipettes and one for the burette. Any solution you use pipette for, or you use pipettes on, has a fixed volume already, 25 cm cube. Remember this. So you have volume of one solution. The volume of the other solution will be unknown. That is why you put it in the burette. When you now titrate, after titrating, you will now read out the volume from the burette. So after titrating, you now have two volumes. You use one from the pipette and one from the burette. You can now use it to now find the unknown concentration of a solution that you are working on. So now, remember in the previous task, we have gotten our pipette volume, which is 25 cm cube, and we have added indicator. So now we want to fill up the burette with the solution that's supposed to be inside the burette, whose volume we are looking for. So look at this instruction. It says you will be testing water samples from side B and C, and you will need to prepare the burette with the first sample. click on the B, click on B sites. Remember, this is we are working on a live application where a river was polluted with acid. You get the point now. So we're going to assume that there's acid inside the river. So the water sample we're taking, there's acid inside. So you say click on B to begin. So I will click on this B. So it means by clicking on that B means I've taken water sample from B site containing acid. So I'm going to pour in that acid into the burette. So he said to prepare the burette, read the instruction. You need to rinse it and then fill it with the sample from the side B. Start by rinsing the burette with distilled water. So I bring my, as a safety precaution, always make sure that the top of the burette is below eye level when you fill it. So let me now look at this instruction, this last one first. So you see the error we're going to get. Say make sure that the top of the burette is below the eye level when you fill it. So that is this last paragraph. As a safety precaution, safety, always make sure that the top of the burette is below eye level when you fill it. So the top of the burette should be below eye level. So I have to take my eye up. Have you seen it? So even taking my eyes up so that the top of this burette will not be below my eye level. I can now fill. So the tap is open so that the water can pass through. So when you are about to begin titration, you close the tap so that whatever you pour in, when you now pour in the acid will not flow out. So I think I'm done with this instruction. I can now check. So it said rinse the burette with some of the samples taken from side B. Remember, I first rinse with water. I'm now going to rinse with the acid. So I'll still keep my, since I'm serious, I'll keep my tap open. I put in funnel. Then you have seen it. I've rinsed the burette now. So I think I've obeyed this instruction. I can now check. So you say fill the burette with the sample. Remember to close the tap when filling the burette. So I have to close this tap. Then remove the funnel afterwards to ensure the fill level remains constant. Because when you leave this funnel on top, there may be some particles on the funnel that may drop in. Even if it's a drop, it's enough to change your reading. So I'll fill in my acid. I will remove the funnel. Remember, remove funnel after filling. Like I said, even if it's a drop that drops later, it's enough to change your reading. So after filling, you remove your funnel. It's part of the precaution. I think I've obeyed this instruction. I can now check. I've seen it. Okay. I'll go to the next. So I'm going to adjust my eye level now so that it will be in line with this level of the solution. This is the level of the solution. Are you seeing the dark region? So I'm going to bring in my eye level to be on the same level with the solution. Let me see. Check. Good. So I've completed the task.